This episode of Things to Know Education is brought to you by Centennial College. Get ready.
Hello and welcome to Things to Know Education, where we highlight unique collegiate programs. And today we're right here at Centennial College. We're going to learn more about 3 key areas they have to offer students.
That's right. Strap on your backpacks, sharpen your pencils, and get ready to learn about the renowned programs that Centennial College has to offer that sets their students up for success.
Yes.
Ready to head inside?
I think so.
Do it.
Let's go.
Marilyn, I've never been to Centennial College campus before. A Centennial College campus, I should say, because there's 5. When you walk in here, it's incredible. There's a certain kind of energy and liveliness, and it's fantastic to see because, and I can imagine for you as well, because students weren't in a building for quite some time, right?
Totally, yeah. It is so amazing to see students back on campus, full force.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it at all 5 of our amazing campuses. There were so many lessons from COVID, from the pandemic. And so when we think about the future of learning at Centennial, it really is taking the very best of human connectedness and marrying it to the best of digital technology and technology-informed teaching and learning. And so we developed 52 fully online programs.
Wow.
And those continue to be highly enrolled from students not just here in the GTA, but all across Canada. But then also complementing those with in-person, like you see all around us here at Progress Campus, and giving students hybrid options. So perhaps an online course or a section of a course online. That idea of just-in-time, sort of anytime, anywhere learning that really meets students where they're at. Because classroom-based learning, it's still there, it's still really important, but real learning happens outside the classroom. So for example, in our state-of-the-art labs and learning facilities, students can get really hands-on with their skills.
You are a part of the Advanced Graduate Program, and you're graduating in December. You've come all the way from India to study here. Why did you choose Centennial College?
As you said, I completed my bachelor's back from India, and I've chose Centennial. Centennial is very unique, I can say. So it also held like core programs and also the technology based. So I'm from the software engineering fast track program. So the languages and the programming language which I learn is like very much up to date, up to the, they always make sure that they change the curriculum yearly. And also my professors, I think so, again, they're very supportive.
At Centennial, we so recognize that students come with unique needs. And so we have fantastic athletic and wellness centers where students can work out or take a class. We also have, from the mind perspective and academic study perspective, students have options to access peer tutors. That's free of charge. They can get virtual or in-person appointments. And our libraries have learning and math strategists. That's going to help them get on top, get ahead of it, so that they're not struggling along the way.
I believe that after graduating from Centennial College, I think I'll be like a very confident and established engineer. And I hope that when I get placed in good companies, they will also be happy. And also, I'm very proud to be again as a graduate of Centennial College too.
And that Centennial green spirit is about belonging, inclusion, about justice, accessibility. That's foundational to our programs.
So Craig, you're the president and CEO of the college. That seems like an amazing job.
It is. I always call Centennial a gem of an institution. I've worked here 15 years, would you believe, last 4 as president, and I wouldn't be working anywhere else. Many students come to me, to myself and to colleagues, and they talk about Centennial helping them pursue their dreams and literally in many cases transforming their lives. And they attribute that a lot of the time to dedicated faculty and staff, and also to feeling included. We really emphasize inclusion here and want to nurture a sense of belonging and community. We've got 4 institutional goals right now. One of them is devoted to all things student. That means that we really are keen to offer first-rate learner experience, that we really want to listen to students because they have a voice. We want them to use that voice. We want to respond to that feedback. And then thirdly, constantly evaluating the student experience so that we know what we're doing and get it better, do it better. That's what that's about. And then the supports come in various forms. So we've got 1.4 million we've dispersed in scholarships and bursaries, an all-time high. Wow. Supports for students in terms of well-being, athletics and recreation, counselling, access office, and skills competitions and that sort of thing.
Yeah. What's it like for you when you see a student graduate or a student come back and maybe even as faculty? What's that like for you?
Well, we have a lot of faculty in this institution who were students here and staff as well.
That must feel great.
It must, because, you know, it is, because it's about commitment. They believe in what we do. I believe in what we do. And you know, the days are long as you can imagine, but every time I'm interacting with students, you can see students around us today, that gives me the energy because we know that this is about them. What we're doing for the most important people in my professional world, and that is our students.
Yeah. Craig, this has been great. I can't wait to dive into more of what Centennial has to offer. Thanks for this.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's much appreciated.
Up next, we're checking in with Nicole. She's going to be over at Centennial's Morningside campus to learn more about their nursing and pharmacy technician programs. Welcome back to Things to Know Education. We're exploring what Ontario's first college has to offer. Yep, that's right. Centennial College was founded in 1966 and has grown exponentially into 5 campuses across the GTA. Today, we're highlighting some of its most sought-after programs, including the nursing and pharmacy technician programs.
Okay, so Debbie, I've never been in an environment like this at a college, and Centennial is known for their nursing program. It's a prestigious program, and I can honestly see why. Tell me a little bit about why you think so highly about it and why you're an instructor here.
Well, Toronto is one of the most diverse cities in the world,
yes.
And our program reflects that. We have students from every walk of life, different countries, different backgrounds that come here to Centennial College for their nursing education. So we've got the practical nursing program, international graduate program, we've got our bridging from practical nursing to RN program, and then we've got our baccalaureate program that we work collaboratively with George Brown and Toronto Metropolitan University. So for the nurses to take their theoretical knowledge that they're learning in the classroom and then start to apply it, they need a space to practice. So that's what this affords. A wonderful place to practice, get skilled in a safe environment, and then our simulation lab, we can have them work through a variety of different scenarios.
So you wanted to be a nurse from a young age. There's lots of schools to choose from.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you pick Centennial?
Well, first of all, it's very close to home, so I really appreciated that it was close to home. And I've heard excellent reviews on the school.
Yeah.
Some of my friends used to go here. I've heard from family members that they had excellent experiences here. The teachers are super caring, so I was like, why not?
How does that make you feel to see them succeed?
I am so proud. You
Yeah.
know, and I really get this sense that we're providing them with the best possible education for them to be successful.
There's so much community. There's like really that connection between the teachers and the students. You're not a number, you're an actual person here. So when you get connected to the teachers, it's just amazing. That amazing feeling of being a student, but you're recognized.
Julie, this is such a cool space to be in, and this is really where the pharmacy technician program kind of takes place, in the simulated pharmacy. Tell me about what the program offers.
So our program is a 2-year diploma program. Students are in our pharmacy environment for 4 semesters. Year 1, we focus on community, kind of that retail pharmacy technician. And then in year 2, we take a look at the role of the hospital pharmacy technician and the long-term care pharmacy technician. We have 3 simulated lab environments. We have a hospital one, where we are right now, in our community one. And then we have our mock clean room environment to simulate what we do in a hospital environment as well. All of our curriculum is designed around that simulated environment. We teach, we learn, we evaluate in these 3 labs, and I think that that is what makes us really, really unique.
And what made you choose Centennial in this program specifically?
So Centennial's always been a name that's been familiar to me, but the location that this campus is located at is just very important to someone in my situation where I'm a single parent and need to make sure that I had the necessary resources to be able to be successful in this program, and I haven't had any regrets since. The faculty has experience in the real world and is actually giving us real life experiences to be able to prepare us for what's out there and to be able to be a successful registered pharmacy technician.
So Julie, how fulfilling is it for you as a professor to see your graduates in the real world and come back to Centennial College?
It's amazing. We really try and create a sense of community with our students. When I go to work in the hospital, I work alongside my graduates. When we ask for student volunteers, we always get an overwhelming response of students wanting to come back and contribute.
That's awesome.
And I think it's just really about creating a sense of community. Pharmacy is such a small world that we do know one another, and it's just really important.
Thanks so much, Julie. Such a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, don't go anywhere, everyone. Coming up next, we explore more of what Centennial College has to offer, including stepping into the kitchen. We're going to heat things up and explore their culinary arts program at the Progress campus.
This episode of Things to Know Education is brought to you by Centennial College. Get ready.
Welcome back to Things to Know Education. Today we're at Ontario's oldest and ever-growing college, Centennial, and we're getting a taste of what they offer to students for post-secondary programs. This time we're heading into the kitchen, where the culinary arts students are turning up the heat.
We have made our way into the kitchen at Centennial College to talk about the culinary program here with Chef Felipe. You're going to put me to work today. What are we going to make?
Let's start with some fresh pasta.
Okay, let's start. Where do we start?
Okay, I'm going to show you a way of producing fresh pasta with less mess.
I love less mess.
You got to think about what you're going to clean later, yeah?
Yes.
So I have here 1 pound of flour, Italian flour double wall. I have a bowl that with our eggs that actually I'm going to use to make a little hole in the center of our flour, look. So instead of having to put your hands in, you have that ready. Okay. We are gonna keep our garbage very close here so you can start cracking some eggs, and you're gonna help me. So in a flat surface, you're gonna crack your egg in, no eggshells in, okay? So you're gonna do 3 more eggs. Can you go?
Okay, so I'm gonna now start asking questions and trying to do this at the same time, so bear with me, okay? Multitasking, we're gonna try our best. So tell me a little bit about the culinary program here.
So it's an old program that was completely revamped, especially this beautiful building that you are in here today. Very inclusive, big diversity that represents our college, and focus on sustainability. That's one of the main things that we did in the past 6-7 years here for this program, and represents really well the cultures of our students that we have here in our school, very big on international students.
And why did you choose this program? Like, have you always been a foodie your whole life?
Actually, yes. Way back in the Philippines, I'm from the Philippines.
Oh, you are?
Yes,
cool.
Yes. Way back in the Philippines, my work there is so far from what I'm getting here. Centennial College is known for being great, a great school, and it has a high quality standards of education. Everything is so cool, the labs are so cool.
Yes.
I enjoyed everything here.
It's a practical, very hands-on program. That's the goal of our school. We have those amazing facilities that we really want our students working here. So inside the restaurant, inside our hotel rooms, inside the labs. That's the goal of our program, to have our students ready for their careers. Imagine they never cooked in their lives and they're coming here for the first time and they're having this amazing kitchen for them to work on, professional chefs to guide them, and they start showing how things really work in a professional environment. So they start feeling more empowered. They develop their skills and they start getting ready to enter the industry. So they feel good, because imagine people coming here really like, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, and suddenly they're like, I feel like I'm a professional.
Right. I see myself as of course, a chef someday.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm actually working now as a line cook, and I really wanted to be a chef. That's the starting point of going in the kitchen world. And yeah, I want to be a sous chef someday, and if it will be given to me someday, I want to be an executive chef also. I
really have this great connection with the students. The fact that I'm a newcomer in the country, like most of our students are, we have this amazing relationship. They look at me and say, you know, one day I can be like the chef too, yeah?
They can see themselves in you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a real beautiful thing. Okay, chef, so now we've kneaded our dough, we've prepared it, and all we have to do is make our pasta, right?
Yes, we're gonna let it rest for 20 minutes.
Okay.
We're gonna assemble the rest of the equipments, and then you're gonna shape them into raviolis. They're little square pasta stuffed with ricotta cheese, and they're gonna go really well with our eggplant tomato sauce.
Anybody who's watching right now, any students that are considering joining the culinary program, what would you say to them? What would you tell them?
I would say, one, come to Centennial, because this is a great place to be. We have this amazing structure for you. We have great professionals, but the main thing is passion, dedication, and listening to what the professionals are saying, because we are here to help you enter the job markets.
Okay, chef, so what do we have here?
So we have the ravioli that we produce with our fresh pasta that you're helping me to produce. I stuff it with a ricotta filling and Parmigiano, eggplant tomato sauce, and lots of Parmigiano on top as well.
Also known as heaven in my mouth.
That's it.
This is so, so delicious. Thank you so much, chef.
You're very welcome.
All right, don't go anywhere, everybody, because we're gonna check out one of Centennial College's newest facilities where students have the opportunity to learn and explore. Don't miss it. I gotta eat this. This is so good.
That's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This episode of Things to Know Education is brought to you by Centennial College. Get ready.
Welcome back to Things to Know Education. Centennial College has a diverse selection of programs, attracting students not only from across the province, but from around the world. And recently, Centennial opened its doors to its newest facility, celebrating just that.
So Craig, Centennial has been around, and I didn't know this, since 1966. That's a very long time. And this is a brand new facility that we're standing in right now. Tell me about the importance of bringing this to Centennial College.
Yes, first of all, thank you for raising the point that it was 1966. We were the first college in Ontario of the 24.
Yes.
And we started with 50,000 square feet of space, and now this building's far more than that.
Right.
And this building is about many things, but first and foremost, it's about our Indigenous community. It's about bringing the Indigenous strategic framework to life and providing emotional, physical, spiritual, intellectual space for Indigenous students to experience a sense of belonging, to be able to meet with other Indigenous students and Indigenous faculty, traditionalists, and members of the community, Indigenous community and nations as well, to come together. And also, we're in a space here that's about ceremony and engaging in ceremony.
Sean, thanks for having us here. This space has such an incredible feeling. Tell me a bit about what makes this facility so unique.
So one of the things that makes this facility unique is that it is as a gathering space for Indigenous student, staff, and faculty and a ceremonial space on campus. It's pretty unique in this part of Ontario. So there are other spaces like this up north, sometimes in communities, but particularly in GTA, this kind of space doesn't really exist. It's also a classroom, as is this outdoor space next to us, and the sort of structure at the top is meant to look like a longhouse, so it also acknowledges the treaty territories of both the Anishinaabe people and the Haudenosaunee. So those are some pretty amazing features to be captured just in the spaces that we get to kind of work and play in.
Tell me about the ceremony that took place before opening this building up to students and faculty.
Thank you for asking that, because that's a very important point, that nobody could actually occupy this space until there was an Indigenous ceremony by the Indigenous community, both members of our community but also of Indigenous nations as well. And it was they called an awakening ceremony. So it started early in the morning with the lighting of the fire, and there was a number of activities during the day, and it ended about 4 in the afternoon. And it was about inviting Indigenous students and Indigenous faculty and community members to come together, as well as myself and others. And that then opened, and then 3 weeks later, we did the ribbon cutting and an official opening of the building.
And what we just tell folks is that this is a specific space for Indigenous students, staff, and faculty. So we're happy to have people come and share our space, but just recognizing that that's really who it's intended for.
Right.
And so they're sort of take the priority. So a lot of students have just been like, I want to just come here and study anytime I'm on campus. Is that okay? And I'm like, absolutely. That's what the space is for. And same with faculty and staff. Like, folks will eat lunch kitchen there. We have an office for elders and traditionalists. We have a boardroom, so things like that where they're able to just kind of come and spend time. We have like a fridge, microwave, like all the stuff you need to sort of have a fully sustained space and to address things like food insecurity.
And for you to listen to now responses from students experiencing this for the first time, how does that make you feel?
Oh gosh. So the day this opened, this building was full, and I mean full of students, and you've seen today.
It still is. It's very
exactly,
busy.
exactly.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes that the students really love this space. They want to be in this space. They can sit in comfortable seating. They can sit on the stairs and have their lunch. There's plenty of PCs, and there's a number of decolonized classrooms. There's lots of experiences, and there's lots of teachings in the building as well that they can engage in.
It's a pretty amazing space. Like anyone that we brought into this space has a very strong sort of like feeling to it. Like they have a reaction to it. We've had lots of folks get really emotional when they come into the space for the first time especially. There's some really cool opportunities for student learning here, but also for everyone to come together and sort of work together. And so that's the spirit that the space really brings to me.
Sean, thank you for having us here, inviting us in this space. It's very special.
No, Miigwech. Thank you for coming.
That was an awesome day, and I definitely feel more educated. You?
Ditto. It's been a scholarly journey, to say the least. From nursing to the culinary arts program to exploring their new facility that honors Indigenous culture. It really seems as though there's something for everybody here at Centennial.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're looking for specialized programs geared to success, Centennial has you covered. And if you want a second glance at any of the programs we highlighted, just hit up our website, thingstoknow.ca. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you in class.
Yeah, bye.
This episode of Things to Know Education is brought to you by Centennial College. Get ready.